like to welcome everyone once more to the 2013 CIAA Tournament post-game wrap-up. Joining us, we have the Fayetteville State University Broncos, led by head coach Alphonza. Coach Keith, if you would, introduce your two student athletes and then open up with a brief comment on today's game. Afterwards, we will open the floor for any questions or comments.
Okay, to my left, two basically core leaders of my team, Terrell Tate and Anthony Shelton. Two young men that will be back next year. In the game, first of all, Virginia State could win for them. It's a battle for 40 minutes. We started out very slow. We started playing Bronco basketball, made a run, and they made a run as well. And then we just kind of ran out of time. We didn't shoot the ball well from the free throw line, and we did some good things. In 21 turnovers, we forced them. We just did not make the plays at the latter part of the game, and that's part of these two guys to my left being leaders, but still have a little learn to do as far as experience. Can't wait for you guys to come back next year.
Yeah, can you talk about that shot you hit at the end of the half and what kind of momentum that gave you guys coming off the court at halftime?
There was 1 second on the clock. We just had to sort of throw it up, and it just happened to go in. Great momentum going into the half. I thought we came out tough, but 17 points. Just got to take care of business.
Yeah. Tyler, talk about, when you guys went up by 17, what kind of happened from there? Did you feel like y'all lost focus, or just, what kind of happened to you at that point?
Basketball is a game of runs. Felt like we went on their run, and they made theirs at the end, and there's the one that their run was better than ours.
What were they doing to you defensively? Were they doing anything different than you had seen this year at all?
No, not really. Just a lot of pressure, real physical. Nothing I haven't seen though.
How did you kind of feel like this was kind of similar to how your season's gone? That free throws have been a problem this year.
Exactly.
Stretches of where offensively you just couldn't get in sync.
Exactly.
You had good stretches, but then you'd have these stretches where you didn't. Was this kind of a microcosm of what has happened to you?
Well, I think it was. You see that you're talking about 75%, 3/4 of a game, 80% that's as good as anybody's league, and there's a 15, 20 percentile when you talk about free throw shooting. It's tough. That's tough for me because you guys played hard. You talk about the statistics. You turn over 21 times. You just do some of the things that we talk about, but some of the small things got us. So we've been up and down roller coaster, but the fight had never left. Just the execution part at key times. And again, these guys to my left are a big part. They have big shows this year. You talk about leadership on the team. Guys leading us in scoring and making plays for us, the sophomore and junior. So just thought experience got us at the end. And like you said, it's been a kind of a snapshot of our season. Continue to fight, but the small things didn't finish up.
Did you feel the technicals changed momentum for them in any way?
I felt they would. Unique technical fouls and critical. People understand it's a game of runs, game of momentum, game of young people. And then when you have two young men like I have that do not get technical fouls, that's not who they are, who's not who they've been, it's a shock and it's a learning experience. But definitely those technical fouls were monumental, game of momentum. But we have to learn. These guys are forced and they better come back next year and learn from that. But definitely they were game changers. But they're young and you got to grow and learn from and move on.
Coach, defensively, you started with the zone and stuff, and did you think once you got the big lead, the guys got kind of laid back because they were getting offensive rebounds because people weren't in the right places, the box out and stuff like that on the zone?
Yeah, I think this is small things, and you understand. I think overall they were focused with just, again, you have to be consistent in the small things. So you talk about the boxing out, the small things. During that run, we didn't do well. And I think that's an experience as well, but definitely. So that was a big part of the run. The small things. Sometimes the good thing about zone matchup is that it makes the opposition team shoot from the perimeter. Keep you out of foul trouble. But The negative is you really have to focus and find your box out assignment.